Have you been watching a movie where a hidden detail catches your eye? It can be a familiar logo on a t-shirt, a background poster, or a seemingly insignificant line that actually feels like a wink from the director. It is like discovering a handshake, a secret handshake that only true fans will understand. Well, welcome to the world of Easter eggs in cinema. Now, Easter eggs are not just colorful treats that are hidden like festival hunts in films, they are concealed gems that directors place within their work, waiting to be discovered by eagle eyed audience members. These subtle nods and hidden messages enrich our viewing experience and turn passive watching into an interactive game. But first, what exactly is an Easter egg in cinema? The term was popularized in the tech world by Atari in 1979 when a hidden message was embedded in a video game. In films, Easter eggs are hidden references, inside jokes, or clues placed subtly within scenes. They act like playful communication devices between the filmmaker and the audiences. But then the question arises, why do filmmakers use Easter eggs? Well, for some filmmakers, it's a way to pay homage to their own influences and to create a richer, interconnected narrative experience. For others, it is a method to engage with their audiences on a deeper level. And this also helps in making their stories more memorable because we live in a world that forgets almost everything very quickly. Now, for us viewers, spotting Easter eggs is like unlocking an achievement in a video game, and it adds an extra layer of satisfaction while watching a film. Globally, directors like Alfred Hitchcock were pioneers of this art, often making cameo appearances in their films. Modern auteurs like Quentin Tarantino pepper their movies with references to pop culture and their filmography. And of course, we have the Marvel Cinematic Universe that has turned Easter egg hunting into a cultural phenomenon, with fans scouring every frame for hints about future films. But have you ever thought, why do we actually love spotting these gems? Well, psychologically, it triggers a reward response in our brains. It makes us feel clever, part of an inside joke shared with the filmmaker. It also fosters community as fans discuss and dissect these findings together. Now, Easter eggs also help in enhancing rewatchability. Knowing that there are hidden elements to discover in a story, viewers are more inclined to revisit these films and every time they uncover a new detail. Now, this depends on appreciation and understanding of a director's work. Additionally, Easter eggs can also contribute to world building. For example, think of how J.K. Rowling's Fantastic Beasts series ties into the Harry Potter universe through subtle clues, or how the Star Wars saga uses recurring motifs and hidden details to connect its sprawling narrative. Easter eggs can of course drive marketing and fan engagement. Studios release trailers that are packed with a lot of details and clues that help in sparking online discussions, and further it helps in promoting the films themselves. This helps in also building a hype and creating a community around the film even before its release has taken place. In the context of Indian cinema, incorporating Easter eggs is less common but growing. Filmmakers like Anurag Kashyap and Sriram Raghavan have dabbled in this art, embedding references that reward attentive viewers. For example, in Devdi, in the emotional Atyachar song, the lyrics goes ek, do, teen, char, chhe, skipping panch in the song, as it was Kashyap's previous film that was banned by the censor board. By the way, I think this song also pays a homage, in my opinion, to the entire band sequence in the film Om Darbadar, directed by Kamal Swaroop. Let me know what are your thoughts about this in the comments. Now enter Vasan Bala, and I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing the name incorrectly, but enter Vasan Bala. He's an Indian filmmaker who is renowned not only for his exceptional direction qualities, but also for filling his films with hidden details and insights. Now, to date, he has made 4 feature films, 2 of which have already been released. There is Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota and Monica, Oh My Darling. His debut film Peddlers is yet to release, and Eros, I hope you make that release happen as soon as possible. His latest film Jigra, starring Alia Bhatt, is coming out next week. Like, when I'm shooting this video, there is some time, but yes, by the time this goes out, it will come out next week. Now, all these films are packed with Easter eggs, and every Easter egg actually requires their individual video. But to give you an idea, here are a few Easter eggs. Let's begin with his 2018 film Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota, and you can also help us spot every Easter egg in the comment section. On the surface, it's a quirky action comedy about Surya, a boy who can't feel pain due to a rare condition. But peel back the layers and you will find a heartfelt homage to martial arts cinema, Bollywood classics, and even comic book lore. Starting with the title itself, which is a famous dialogue from the 1985 Amitabh Bachchan film Mard. In the film, Surya's grandfather introduces him to old martial art films, which is a nod to how many of us fell in love with cinema through genre films. The movie is rife with visual and auditory cues referencing Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and even Kill Bill. Now, Surya briefly toys with the idea of his mother defeating a Terminator before deciding to tell the audience the real story of his birth. His catchphrase, "Paap ko jalakar raak kar dunga," is actually the title of a Govinda movie that was released in 1988. And during the final showdown, he says, "Karate money hai, Supri ka, sabka badla lega Surya," referencing the iconic line from Anurag Kashyap's Gangs of Wasepur. Vasan Bala has closely collaborated with Kashyap on his previous films like Bombay Velvet and Raman Raghav 2.0. Moving on to Monica Oh My Darling, he crafts a neo-noir thriller that's both a gripping tale and a nostalgic trip. The title itself is a playful twist on the classic song Piya Tu Ab To Aaja, where Helen's character name is Monica. Now, throughout the film, there is a meticulous blend of retro aesthetics with modern storytelling. The use of vintage synthesizers in the background score, the visual style, which is very reminiscent to the 70s thrillers, and the character names that echo classical cinema, all serve as Easter eggs that deepen the narrative, and of course, they make the films memorable. Now, Rajkumar Rao's character is named Jayant Arkhedkar, who is fondly addressed as Johnny by those close to him. And when Jayant faces a venomous snake for the first time in the second half of the film, the movie playing in the TV placed in the background is actually Johnny Gaddar. So you can hear and later see the scene between Dharmendra and Neel Nitin Mukesh. Another major Easter egg is the apartment intercom board, which features the names of many prolific filmmakers, and I think this detail has been widely discussed on social media since the film was released. By the way, we also made a reel about the same when the film was released, and it also compiled all the Easter eggs that were there. I will link the reel somewhere here in the video. Now, Vasan also included two more Easter eggs from his debut theatrical release, Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota, in Monica Oh My Darling. There are two cameos by the lead stars of that film, which is Radhika Madan and Abhimanyu Dasani, who seem to be playing the same characters, implying that Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota and Monica Oh My Darling are actually set in the same universe. Now, coming to Jigra, the film is still pending to be released. There is already much to unpack from the announcement poster of the film to the teaser trailer that was released and everything that has been released so far. The first anime style announcement poster that dropped a year ago featured the name of Alia Bhatt movies like Two States, Student of the Year, Razi, Darlings, etc. And in the teaser trailer that came out first, we see Manoj Pawar's character named Bhatia Saab, which is of course very much synonymous, and we all remember this name from our favorite TV shows of all time, Office. Now, there is a line where Manoj Pawar says to Alia Bhatt's character that अब बच्चन बनने का time आ गया है, which could be a nod to Anurag Kashyap's letterboxd review of Gangubai Kathiawadi, where he wrote that Alia is this generation's Amitabh Bachchan. Now, coincidentally, Jigra is even releasing on October 11th, which is the birthday of Shri Amitabh Bachchan. By the way, if you wish to discover more about the possible Easter eggs in Jigra, I would love to recommend you a great post made by my friend, The Naive Nihilist, on Instagram. I will put the link in the description. You should definitely check it out. Now, beyond entertainment, Easter eggs can serve educational purposes. In Vasan Bala's films, references to classic cinema can pique interest in older films among younger audiences. From exploring Vijay and Dev Anand's classic collaboration to 80s Hong Kong martial arts cinema, there is so much to discover. It's a bridge connecting generations of cinema lovers. His approach stands out because of the seamless integration of these elements. They never feel forced or out of place, but rather enrich the story organically. Now, Vasan Bala's filmmaking is a vibrant mix of different genres in a great way, usually blending action, comedy, and noir elements into a cohesive world. He possesses a remarkable knack for infusing his narratives with tons of pop culture references, homages, and Easter eggs, not merely as a stylistic embellishment but as integral components that help in enriching the story and help in constructing a more immersive world within his films. Works like Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota and Monica Oh My Darling feature quirky characters who navigate extraordinary circumstances with a blend of sincerity and irony. Visually, Vasan Bala employs dynamic cinematography and bold color palettes that amplify the energetic tones of his stories. By seamlessly integrating these elements, he crafts a uniquely engaging cinematic language altogether that resonates deeply with the audiences, offering not just entertainment but a layered experience that invites multiple viewings. Looking ahead to his upcoming film Jigra, Anticipation builds not just for the story but also for the hidden layers that Vasan Bala will undoubtedly include in this film. Will there be callbacks to his earlier works? Well, we will have to check that out in the theaters. New homages to cinema that has inspired him? Sure, we can definitely expect that as well. And like I said, the excitement lies in the possibilities. Let us know what are your favorite Easter eggs in a movie so far in Indian cinema or cinema made outside India. And of course, let us know what is your favorite Easter egg from a Vasan Bala film in the comments. Till then, see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, long live cinema.